Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at FC Kerbeck Buick GMC. Take a look at this brand new 2024 Buick Envista. This is the top Avenir trim. So now we've seen the entry-level preferred Envista trim a month or so ago. Now we're looking at the top trim. So the question is for you, if you're looking for that subcompact SUV that gets good MPGs, but you want something a little nicer, you want those bells and whistles, maybe this 24 Envista Avenir is for you. So let's dig in. Starting with the front end, we have this ebony twilight metallic paint looking good. The Buick badge right on top. We have LED lighting all over the place on the front of this Envista. Daytime running lights, turn signals, headlights, the whole schmear. Functionality in the grille top and bottom, some brushed aluminum down below. Looks pretty good. Let me know what you guys think as we move around to our wheel and tire package on the Avenir Envista. What we have here is a 19-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, standard brake and rotor package, of course the Buick badge on the center cap. Now these 19-inch wheels are wrapped in Continental Pro Contact all-season tires, 245 on the width, a 45 series sidewall 19s, all four corners, front wheel drive. As we move on out, we get our full side profile. Let me know what you think about this ebony twilight metallic. It looks good with the silver wheels, and the silver is not too blingy. It doesn't look chrome. It just has that nice understated silver look. We do have some chrome trim that goes above the windows into the tailgate area, but overall, you know, for the top Avenir trim, it's supposed to be a luxury look. It looks pretty good, and we don't have any flat black plastic around the wheel wells or down along the door sills, which is a nice touch. As we move on in, you have Avenir script right down here on the front of the door. Side view mirrors, we are color matched with LED turn signals, color matched on the front and the rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap. Up top, no roof spoiler to speak of, color matched roof, shark fin antenna, and a standard sunroof. Rear end of our Envista Avenir, no roof spoiler like I said, but no rear wiper on the Envista. Makes for a really clean look. I do like that deck lid spoiler kick up there. It is an SUV, but they have that little bit of a kick up built right into the panel, which is a nice touch. LED taillights, standard bulbs for turn signals down low. I'd like to see those up higher, kind of where those taillights are. The Buick badge right in the middle of the tailgate, Envista on the left, Avenir on the right, brushed aluminum down below, and our exhaust is tucked up underneath the left side of the vehicle. We're under the hood of this Envista Avenir, and what are we looking at for a power plant? Well, we have Buick's 1.2 liter turbocharged inline 3-cylinder engine, made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission, no CVT, so thank you Buick. 137 horsepower, 162 pound-feet of torque, MPGs 28 in the city, 32 on the highway, 30 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. All right, before we get into the interior of this Envista Avenir, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much do I have to pay for one of these vehicles? Because I like the way it looks. I'm looking for something that has some more options. I've looked at the tracks. It's nice, but there's just not enough stuff even in the top trim for me. So what's the story on this? Well, here we go. Base price for the 24 Buick Envista Avenir is $28,600. Now, this vehicle has a few options, so this is what we need to do. We need to add in $795 for the power tilt sliding moonroof with manual sunshade. We then have to add in an additional $795 for the Avenir Advanced Safety Package. That gets you the rear cross traffic alert, outside heated mirrors, power adjustable driver's side with auto dimming, manual folding with turn signal indicators on the side view mirrors, lane change alert with side blind zone alert, adaptive cruise, and front intermittent rain sense wipers. We then have to add in $145 for the rear park assist. We then have to add in destination and delivery of $1,095 from Buick's South Korea assembly plant, and we have a total MSRP from the factory of $31,430. let's check out the interior. Starting with the footbox, a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. Might like to see some rubber finish on the dead pedal so the carpet doesn't get screwed up. The floor mats are in the tailgate area at this time. We do have a really nice aluminum door sill panel that says Avenir to welcome you to the vehicle. That's a nice touch. Seating wise, we have full power for the driver with lumbar, but manual assist for the front passenger. And then here we go with the ebony, which is black, with the terracotta piping. It looks kind of like bronzish or copperish to me, but the official name from Buick is terracotta. So you have the piping all the way down, you have the insert stitching in terracotta, and you have the Avenir script, and that's embroidered into the headrest in terracotta. Nice soft bolstering all the way around. Now these are not leather seats, because normally on a Buick window sticker, if the seats are leather, it will say that. It does not, so I'm making the assumption we have simulated leather here in the Avenir. The passenger door panel, we have soft touch up top, we have some silver gray trim, and then we have chrome on the door handle, nice soft armrest. We have flat black around the switchgear, a really good sized door pocket for a subcompact SUV. And then up top here, we have soft touch with the terracotta stitching, some gloss black into the heat and air vent, nice touch there. And then a nice large glove box. Infotainment system here, we have Buick's 11-inch infotainment system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. Now there's no nav in this system, so all the nav will come through your phone, but we do have music with our Sirius XM. We can Bluetooth our phone. We can go to turn off our traction control and all that good stuff in here as well. We'll get out of there. We can go to our maintenance information as well as fuel economy information. We can bring up some auxiliary gauges right here, which is nice. We can get our trip going if we're going on a trip to see how we're doing on our gas mileage. So that's a nice touch right there. And then if we go back to our home button right here, you can see your CarPlay and Android Auto apps are right there. Your Wi-Fi hotspot is right there. And again, from here, you can go into your settings. You can get your driver profile set up. You can get your phone Bluetoothed and all that good jazz. Adjust your music into your speakers to see how you want that set up. So it really is a nice, easy system to use. Now, when we go to reverse, we get a nice large backup camera with trajectory, super clear, takes up almost the whole screen. So very, very nicely done. And we have a physical volume knob right up there, so you don't have to search around for it in the screen. Down here, push button start, 2 heat and air vents. Right here, we have single zone climate control, but we have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. So Buick has you covered there. We have redundancies for our climate system right there. Down below, we have a USB-C, USB-A, a 12-volt, and a wireless charging pad. Here is the gear shift that's going to take you through the 6-speed automatic transmission. We'll swing around this side again, and you can see you have your engine auto stop start on off and lane keep assist on off. I do like this silver trim, and it has a nice design in it. It's very pleasing to the eye. Electronic emergency brake, 2 cup holders, but we do have piano gloss black plastic in here, so be careful you don't scuff it up. And now our Buick key fob, and it's a nice looking key fob right here. Unlock, pop the tailgate, lock is the Buick emblem, remote start, and then your panic button. Nice and light, piece of cake. More area for storage right in here. Fairly firm armrest, I would say. And then we can open this up and we have a decent area for storage. Our Buick steering wheel, nice leather wrap wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches. We have the Buick emblem on the horn button. We got some chrome accents to lift up the wheel. Flat bottom wheel to help you get in and out of the vehicle, and that's a nice touch because it really, really helps because this is not a large vehicle, this Envista. We have flat black on our switchgear. Over here on the left, you have your adaptive cruise control. You can set your lane keep assist for your adaptive cruise. We have our heated steering wheel on off right here, so I like that. We have telephone voice commands on the right, and then we can adjust our digital dash from here or our music. Now on the left stalk, you have your turn signals and adaptive high beams. On the right, you have your windshield wipers. Down over here, you can brighten dim the dash, And then you can set your headlight controls right there. Now, steering wheel wise, we have a tilting and telescoping wheel, manual, but that's all right. And now on our driver door panel, we don't have any memory seats at all, and we don't have power fold mirrors, but this is where you can open up your, I'm going to zoom in, where you can open up the tailgate and you can set it for max open, 3/4 open, or you can turn it all the way off if you want. So that's what that action is. Now, as we come up to our 8-inch digital dash, not a lot of action to go with, but if you do want to make some adjustments to it, you can hold on the right side of the wheel, you can hold in the scroll button, and then you can say, okay, I want to see my gauge 1 theme or my gauge 2 theme, vehicle info. I can hit that and I can get that up. If I don't want that up, I can hit it again. I can get my infotainment, or I can go with a clean look on here. Oops. There we go. The wheel has to be, you can't angle it up or angle it down, or else. And then you get your clean look, which shows you nothing really except how much gas you have in the car and how many miles you have to go till empty, and your odometer and your coolant temperature. And then if I don't want that clean look, I can come back up here and hit gauge 1. Now I go back to my gauge 1 look. So nice and easy, nothing too crazy, but it gets the job done. Overhead console, here we go with our SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. OnStar, if you want your dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button right here remains in the center. And then you open it up, lighting comes on, close it up, lighting dims out. Might have been a nice touch in the top Avenir trim to have LED in here. And now these are the controls for the roof. This is where you can open the glass. This is where you can tilt the glass. But before we do any of that, we have to move back the shade manually and then hit the button. Glass goes back very, very quickly. Hit the button 1 time, close, goes back very, very quickly. And then we can close up our shade. Now, our sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? No, it does not. Getting in the back seat of the Envista, I have the seat set for my driving position, so we'll hop on in. No problem. You may have to duck a little bit because the roof does slope back if you're a taller person, but once you're in the back, plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". I have the black all the way down, the simulated leather all the way down with the seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. I don't have any heat and air vents back here, but I do have a USB-A and a USB-C, and I have an area for storage right there, which is a nice touch. And then on the back door panel, we do have a little bit of cost cutting back here. We have hard plastic up top, and we don't have that silver trim along the front like the front door panel has. So here's your front door panel. Here's the rear door panel right here. And we do have a fairly soft armrest though, and it does have the terracotta stitching. Back seats, again, the black with the terracotta inserts and stitching all the way down. Nice and comfortable. These seats are very comfortable. And then we open this up, super soft, 2 cup holders. So they got you covered back here as far as your connectivity and your rear seat comfort. I have to give them that. These seats are very, very comfortable in this Envista Avenir. Getting in the tailgate of the Avenir, you can pop it from your key fob, you can pop it from the driver door panel, or you can come to the back and right above the license plate, there's a button. You hit it, beeps a couple of times, nice electric assist on the way up. Nice electric assist on the way down using this button. With the rear seats up, 20.7 cubic feet of cargo space. As we come in, we have a nice area for storage. Here are the carpeted floor mats. We have a spare tire and a jack, so thank you Buick for the spare. A little extra cubby hole back here for storage, and we do have some lighting in the back as well. Now, to get the rear seats down, we're going to come around to each side of the car here. We got some American flags, says we have an American brand. Let me lay these seats down. They don't fold all the way flat, but with the rear seats down and that removable parcel shelf or tonneau cover out, you're looking at 42 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Envista Avenir. Window sticker on this 24 Avenir, here we go. Ebony Twilight Metallic, ebony with terracotta accents. Standard equipment across the top, left to right. Then we get our options move coming on in. Then we have our total vehicle MSRP. Fuel economy estimates. Built by Buick in Korea. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 24 Envista Avenir in ebony twilight metallic paint. And now the Envista has the same power plant through all of its trim levels. We have 3 trim levels, the preferred, which we've seen, then the Sport Touring, and then the top of the line Avenir, like the one we're driving now. All have the 1.2 liter turbo 3 with a 6-speed automatic front wheel drive. That's how they all come, but you just get different levels of luxury amenities depending on what trim you go with. So here in the top trim Avenir, you're going to get the nicer, cushier seats, and these are very comfortable. You're going to get heated seats, heated steering wheel, wireless charging, all that kind of stuff in this Avenir. Now the question becomes, is $32,000 too much money for one of these Envistas? And that's really up for you to decide, because the preferred was about $25,000, and you got some nice stuff in there for $25,000, $26,000. The Sport Touring goes up a little bit more to like $26,000, $27,000, and then this one is almost $32,000 with everything in it. So big jump between the Sport Touring and the Avenir. But you know what? The ride's very comfortable. It's well damped. It's got that softer Buick ride, I would call it, rather than what I've experienced in the tracks. It's quieter on the drive. It's quieter in the cabin with a little bit more sound deadening than we have, let's say, with the tracks. We have the LED lighting all the way around, but I really wish they would lift up those rear turn signals to where the tail lights are, so it's easier to see than having them way down low like that. But just really nice touches. For the first time, I think we're driving one of these that actually has a roof, so I can give you that whole point of view of what it's like to drive one of these down the road. So that's a nice touch as well. And it just feels easy to drive. Now the steering is fairly light, but it's very direct. It's not vague at all. So that's a good move by Buick on this Avenir. It's got some good steering. And it's just an easy subcompact SUV to drive. Picks up very nicely from a rolling start, no problem there. Gets you up to speed. But we're going to check it out here. We're going to come to a stop. We're going to ease in on the gas because this is a new engine. We'll see how we do. And it picks up nice and easy, and down the road you go. The 6-speed automatic shifts smoothly, so I like that. No problem there. Brakes, hands off, nice and straight, no pull in the wheel at all. So that's another nice touch. Then we're going to have our turning radius, right? We have a turning radius here of about 18 and a half feet, 18.4. So we'll check her on out. And it whips right around, no problem. And down the road we go. Piece of cake. And down the road we go. Not an issue, easy peasy. 1, 2, 3, no worries. So that's pretty much this 24 Envista Avenir. It does everything well. It gives you more luxury and amenities. So what I want to know from you guys is this the kind of action you want to be seen in, you want to own in, you want to rock down the road in? Or would you go less expensive with your Envista, down in trims, let's keep it in the 20s? Or would you go Chevy Trax and pay even less money? Or do you want these extra amenities in your subcompact SUV, and this is the way you would go? Or are you going somewhere else with your hard-earned subcompact SUV money? Let me know that in the comments as well. But I do want to thank FC Kerbeck Buick GMC for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Buick Envista Avenir for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.